All right, deputies, if we're ready, I'm ready to go ahead and get started.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, we are ready.
Your turn to read.
Do what? Oh,
Your camera isn't on, that's why I was asking.
okay. I'm sorry. I'm new. I'm sorry.
No problem.
My apologies. Let me, and can you see me now? Okay, there you go.
Yep. Okay.
All
You
right.
see me?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Judge Marcus Thorpe. It is 11:04. I'm one of the associate magistrate judges here in Clayton County, and this is your first appearance. Just a few announcements that I'm going to make here prior to the start of today's court appearance that I hope will make a difference and hopefully make things go along a lot smoother. Ladies and gentlemen, most importantly, I think that one thing that I oftentimes like to make sure that everyone is aware of and remind everyone is this is not your trial. And what I mean by that, ladies and gentlemen, is this is not the opportunity for you to tell me or truthfully anyone around you about any defense that you may have. The reason that I bring that to your attention, most importantly, is this is being recorded. So not only is there the opportunity for someone to later pull up this to be able to see or review what is being spoken of this morning, but you're also making not only myself, but anyone else around you, that including the other parties, those that have been placed into custody, but then also those individuals here, the deputies. You potentially make us all witnesses. Again, ladies and gentlemen, please, to the best of your ability, I have some information I'm going to provide to you here this morning. Other than us talking about what you've been arrested for, us talking about your bond amount, let's do our best not to discuss any other information. As we begin here again, as I tell you, this is your first appearance, and there are going to be some rights that I'm going to give you, ladies and gentlemen, here this morning. Among the other things that we're going to talk about, as I said, I'm going to describe for you what you've been charged with, and I'm also going to talk to you about bond. Before we begin that, please keep in mind that you have rights. Most importantly, you have the right to an attorney. You have the, this thing is going on. I'm sorry, give me one moment, ladies and gentlemen, just give me one moment. About that, we were having technical difficulties on my end, but I think we've gotten everything squared away. But as I was beginning, ladies and gentlemen, with respect to your rights, you have the right to a presumption of innocence. You have the right to an indictment by grand jury for felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors. You have the right to a speedy and public trial by jury. You have the right to compel the attendance of witnesses to testify on your own behalf. You have the right to see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you. You have the right to testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense. You have the right to an attorney to represent you. If you cannot afford one, we will have a discussion this morning where I can discuss with you whether or not I can appoint you one free of charge here through the county. And then lastly, there are those of you all who may not be citizens here this morning. I strongly suggest that if that is the case, based on charges that will be brought against you, that you consult with an attorney. Now, as I advised you, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk this morning here not only about what you've been charged with, but bond. Some of you will be allowed here this morning to post what are called unrestricted bonds or unsecured judicial release. For the remainder of you, I will advise you what your bond is. Your bond being an amount that you can provide to the sheriff's office that will allow you to be released until your case is closed. Now, as we go through that here this morning, there are three ways to make bond. The first would be through a cash bond. The second would be through a commercial use of a bonding company. And the third, a property bond. The example I like to use, ladies and gentlemen, is that if I tell you here this morning that you were charged with aggravated assault, and I tell you your bond is $6,000, you have the opportunity to pay that in cash, along with any associated fees that go along with it. You pay that to the sheriff's office. They'll hold that money for you until your case is closed, at which time they'll return it to you. If you don't have that amount in full, you can use a commercial bond. A commercial bonding company requires that you typically pay anywhere from 12 to 15% of the bond to the company, and they'll put up the rest for you. The difference from a cash bond is you don't get that money back. And so, as I said before on my example, if I tell you that your bond is $6,000 and you have to pay 12 to 15%, you're usually going to roughly be responsible for about $750 that you will not get returned to you. And then the final way to make bond would be the use of a property bond, and that would be whether you or someone you know has at least 3 times your bond in equity in their home or piece of property. So if your aggravated assault bond is $6,000, you would have to know someone or yourself have property that is worth at least $18,000 in equity. Now, in addition to telling you about your bond, ladies and gentlemen, we're also going to discuss any special conditions that go along with your bond. There are some of you all, ladies and gentlemen, who are charged with specific acts that I'm going to advise you that you are not to return to a piece of property where this act was alleged to have happened. And then there are some people that I will also tell you to please have no contact with the person that was alleged to be involved in an incident with you. So again, the example I like to use is if I tell you you're charged with aggravated assault, I tell you you were to have no contact with that person. Ladies and gentlemen, that means to have no contact at all. That means not to write them, don't email them, don't call them on the telephone, don't text, don't do anything as nice as even send them flowers or write them a song. If I tell you not to return somewhere, that means don't go there. Even if, ladies and gentlemen, and I get asked this question every time, even if it turns out that that was a place that you were living, or you own that place, or your name is on the lease, if I tell you do not return until your case is closed or your bond is modified. The only way that you can return would be once you are released on bond. Within 10 days of your release, you may be escorted by the sheriff's office here in Clayton County to pick up any items that belong to you, get those items, and leave the property, again, until such time as your case is either closed or your bond is modified. Your decision not to follow my bond order here this morning, ladies and gentlemen, can have dire consequences. It can lead to additional felony charges up to 20 years in prison and/or a $20,000 fine. Now, there are those of you all, ladies and gentlemen, who are on active probation. I think I remember at least 2 of you. I will not, based on that probation, be able to provide you a bond this morning. If I tell you that, ladies and gentlemen, understand I will advise you why and give you a particular reason, and also give you the date at which you'll have a later opportunity to be reconsidered for bond. Now, lastly, ladies and gentlemen, there's a preliminary hearing that we're going to discuss this morning. So after we've discussed why your arrest, we've discussed what your bond is, I'll ask each of you whether you want a preliminary hearing. Okay. I will discuss with you, each of you, if you want a preliminary hearing. A preliminary hearing is a hearing where you are present, the judge is present, and an officer is present as well. And it's where you review the facts of your case to determine if there is enough evidence for the case to go forward to the judge. If you are charged with a felony, to the prosecutor. If you are charged with a felony, you automatically will get that preliminary hearing unless you bond out. If you are charged with a misdemeanor, you have an option to that hearing. Again, it's not your trial, but it's where you're present, the judge and the officer, to review if there's enough evidence to charge you forward. Now, if I ask you, you're charged with the misdemeanor, I'll ask, do you want that preliminary hearing? If you don't make bond and you tell me, yes, I do want that hearing, I'll give you your hearing date this morning. If you say, Judge, I don't want the hearing at all, please just communicate that to me. And then what that means is your case will move a little faster, and I'll send it directly to the prosecutor's office for review and for an ultimate charge. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, if we would, if I could have everyone please raise your right hand so that we may take the oath this morning. Do you each solemnly swear or affirm that the information you're about to give to this court, as well as any information you provided on your application for court-appointed counsel, is true and correct? And if so, I need everyone to please say, I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can put your hands down. And Madam Deputy, I believe you said his name is Ramos, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna bring him up now.
Okay. All right. Ms. Toles, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am, I can. If you want to raise your right hand.
Yes, sir.
All right. Madam Interpreter, do you swear or affirm that the information that you're going to translate here from English to Spanish and Spanish to English, you will do so truthfully and to the best of your ability?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to Mr. Ramos.
Hola, señor Ramos. Buenos días. Hoy le voy a servir de intérprete.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Ramos. My name is Judge Thorpe.
Buenos días, señor Ramos. Me llamo el juez Thorpe.
And I am here this morning to discuss with you why you've been arrested and discuss with you whether you may be released today.
Y estoy aquí esta mañana para hablar con usted el motivo de su arresto y hablar sobre si usted va a salir hoy día.
Okay. Now, I'm going to provide you why you've been arrested and also a bond here this morning.
Entonces, le voy a dar el motivo de su arresto y también una fianza hoy día.
And based on that, sir, you will have the option in one of three ways to pay the bond in full, use a bonding company, or if you have property, use that to get out until your case is resolved.
Y basado en eso, usted puede elegir una de tres maneras para salir bajo fianza. Pagar la fianza en total, tramitar la fianza a través de una casa de fianzas, o si tiene un inmueble, una propiedad, puede usar eso de garantía hasta que su caso se resuelva.
Now, Mr. Ramos, you do have the right to an attorney to represent you, sir.
Señor Ramos, usted tiene derecho a un abogado para que lo represente, señor.
You also have the right to remain silent.
También tiene derecho a permanecer callado.
You have the right to call any witnesses if you so choose on your behalf at any trial that you may have in the future.
Tiene también el derecho de convocar cualquier testigo que usted elige a nombre suyo si usted tiene un juicio en el futuro.
You have the right to a presumption of innocence.
Tiene derecho a ser presunto inocente.
You have the right to a grand jury for felonies or an accusation by misdemeanor.
Tiene derecho al gran jurado cuando se trata de delitos graves o una acusación cuando se trata de delitos menores.
And you have a right to see, hear, and question any witnesses called to testify against you.
Y tiene derecho a ver, a escuchar y a interrogar los testigos convocados a declarar en su contra.
Okay. You also have, sir, the right to an attorney to review this case for you or any other charges that may be pending against you if you are not a U.S. citizen.
También, señor, tiene derecho a que un abogado repase este caso para usted o cualquier otro cargo pendiente en su contra si no es ciudadano estadounidense.
Now, discuss with you, Mr. Ramos, your charges here this morning. I want to let you know you're charged with 1 count of public drunk and 1 count of loitering.
Bueno, para hablar de los cargos, señor, que se formularon en su contra esta mañana, tiene un cargo de ebriedad en la vía pública y un cargo de merodear o rondar.
Okay. Um, what the paperwork tells me is that they are alleging that you were under the influence of alcohol and that you were kicking a door at a particular residence that did not belong to you.
Lo que me dice la documentación es que ellos presumen que usted estaba bajo los efectos de alcohol y en aquel entonces usted estaba pateando una puerta de una residencia en particular donde usted no pertenecía.
Okay. Now, I am going to give you a bond for each of those charges, sir, that will allow you to be released once you are able to pay it. Okay.
Perdón, una residencia que no le pertenecía a usted. Ahora, yo le voy a dar una fianza para cada uno de esos cargos que le permitirá salir en libertad una vez que usted la puede pagar.
The bond amount, sir, for each of those charges is $1,000 for a total bond of $2,000.
La cantidad de fianza para cada uno de los cargos es $1,000 cada uno. Entonces será una fianza total de $2,000.
Okay. But I am also going to require two things of you, sir. One, that is, if you do make bond, you are not to ingest any alcohol until your case is closed.
Pero voy a requerir dos cosas de usted, señor. Primero, si usted sale en libertad bajo fianza, no debe consumir nada de alcohol hasta que su caso se concluya.
The second thing being that while your case is pending, that you do not return to that particular address, that being 1219 Old Conley Road.
La segunda condición es, mientras su caso siga pendiente, usted no debe volver a ese domicilio, el 1219 de la Old Conley Road.
Okay. Do you have any questions, sir?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta, señor?
¿Cómo puedo, bueno, y mi familia puede pagar la fianza de afuera?
And how can can my family pay the bond?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Claro que sí, señor.
Ok, entonces puedo
Okay.
llamar, ¿verdad?
Okay, so I can call them, right?
Yes.
Sí, señor.
Two
Y-
last questions before I let you go. One, are you currently working, sir?
Un par de preguntas más antes de dejarlo ir, señor. ¿Actualmente está trabajando?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, and where do you work?
¿Y dónde trabaja?
En una compañía de máquinas de aire.
I work in a air
Warehouse.
machine company.
And how much are you earning per month?
¿Y cuánto está ganando al mes, señor?
Eh, aproximadamente como 800 a 900 por semana.
Approximately 800 to 900 a week.
Okay. And do you have any children, sir?
Está bien. ¿Y tiene hijos, señor?
No.
No.
Okay. So 900 a week. Okay. So based on the information that you provided, sir, unfortunately, I am not going to be able to provide you a lawyer free of charge. And so if you would like a lawyer, you will have to hire your own, okay?
Bueno, señor, lamentablemente, basándome en la información que usted me ha proporcionado, no voy a poder darle un abogado sin costo para usted. Entonces, si va a querer un abogado, usted tendrá que contratarlo. ¿Está bien?
Ok.
Yes.
All right, sir. Do you have any other questions of me?
Muy bien, señor. ¿Tiene alguna otra pregunta para mí?
Oh, es que pues nunca me presenté a la corte porque no sabía yo si tenía corte, la verdad.
Well, I never went to court because I didn't know, honestly, if I had court.
Oh, you're talking about this case. And that's okay, sir. Remember, we don't want to get into the specifics of your case, so it's fine. You don't have to provide me a reason here this morning. You can speak to your attorney about that and or the judge when you are required to go to court.
Oh, usted está hablando de este caso. Y eso está bien, señor. Acuérdese, no quiero que usted hable de los hechos específicos de su caso, así que está bien. No me tiene que dar una razón esta mañana. Usted puede hablar sobre eso con su abogado o con el juez una vez que le toque ir a su cita judicial.
Ok.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions for me at all this morning?
¿Alguna pregunta más? La que sea, señor.
Sí, si pagan la fianza hoy, entonces, ¿cuándo saldré?
Yes, if they pay my bond today, when would I get out?
So that unfortunately is not determined by me, sir. I would tell you, give it at least 3 to 4 hours upon their payment for you to be processed out by the jail.
Bueno, lamentablemente yo no soy el que determine a qué horas, señor, pero yo diría que le dé unas 3 a 4 horas de su momento que hayan pagado la fianza para que ellos tramiten su salida de la cárcel.
Ok, muchísimas gracias.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. And again, so your bond is $2,000. Please remember you are not to return to that property, and that you are not to ingest any alcoholic beverages once you are released.
Muy bien, señor. Acuérdese que la fianza es de $2,000. Acuérdese que no debe volver a esa propiedad y que no debe consumir nada de alcohol una vez que salga.
Ok.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Muy bien, gracias.
All right, thank you, Ms. Toles. Sorry about that. I forgot about the video here this morning.
Oh, that's fine. Have a great day, Your Honor. Have a great day.
All right, you too.
Mhm.
Back to your house, housing unit two. First set,
All right, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
first set of elevators,
And are you Ms. Bond?
all the way down. It may work. It may
I'm
work.
sorry, ma'am.
It was finished.
Yes.
All right, so Ms. Bonds, my name is Judge Thorpe again. You are charged here, ma'am, with one count of simple assault as a misdemeanor. Because that is a misdemeanor, ma'am, I'm going to give you your bond amount, and then we're also going to talk about your special conditions in your preliminary hearing. The simple assault, ma'am, carries a bond amount of $2,500. Your special conditions here are you are to stay away from the alleged victim here. I believe it's Marrier Cage. That is the individual that was alleged to have been involved in this incident with you. Do you understand that, ma'am? Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, again, because you were charged with a misdemeanor, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that preliminary hearing. Would you like to have that hearing, ma'am, set for you, or where you at?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Yes, you want me to set the date for you,
Yes.
ma'am? Okay, you're nodding your head. Is that a yes? Okay, I think I hear you saying yes. Okay. Ms. Bonds, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set that preliminary hearing date. Remember, this hearing only happens if you don't make your bond. If you make your bond, it automatically goes away. Do you understand that? If you can, just nod for me, since I'm having trouble hearing you. Okay. Lastly, ma'am, are you working right now?
Yes.
And how much are you earning per month?
No more than about 7.
I'm sorry?
No more than about 700 as a family.
A month?
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to go ahead, ma'am, and I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed counsel. And so you will have an attorney free of charge to be able to assist you on your case. Do you understand that, ma'am? Do you have any questions about anything here before I let you go? All right, ma'am, well, if you don't have anything, I'm sorry?
If my bond is 25, how much can I pay to you?
But 2,500, you'd be looking at about 300 to 350 that you'd be responsible for. Okay? All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Yeah, slide. Go in there, please.
Yeah, no.
Oh, you giving her?
I was, I told us, the side,
Are you Ms. Compton?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Compton, you were charged with one count of public transit prohibited acts. Essentially, ma'am, that you were in a place there on the MARTA that they're saying that you were not supposed to be on as you were being asked to leave. Did you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in addition to that, you do also have additional charges, but I wanted to just make sure that you understood that first one. Now, in addition to the public transit, you're also charged with one count of criminal trespass and one count of obstruction. All 3 of these charges, ma'am, are misdemeanors. Now, as to a bond, I reviewed the information that was provided to me this morning, Ms. Compton, and based on the information that I have here this morning, I am going to go ahead and release you. Now, please understand, that does not mean that your case is closed. It simply means that you are being allowed to go home here today until your next court date happens, okay?
Okay.
So please keep in mind, once you're released, make sure that the sheriff's office has the best address for you. Because that's where your court dates are going to be mailed to you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about anything, ma'am?
No, sir.
Now, one last question from me. Were you working when this happened?
No.
Okay. Ma'am, based on that, I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, so you will have a lawyer free of charge, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. That's all I have for you, Ms. Compton. Good luck to you.
Right here. Right.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And are you Ms. Dukes, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Dukes, unfortunately, I'm going to have to advise you that I'm going to have to continue your matter here this morning. There's some information that I was provided that I did not get in total, that I needed everything in order to properly review you and make a bond decision. And so because I didn't get that, ma'am, I am going to have to go ahead and continue your case here today. You should be back up. Our next court date, I believe, is going to be Monday. So you should be back up then so that you can be heard on that day, okay?
Okay.
All right, ma'am. Good luck to you.
All right, you're up next, man. You go right in here, dude.
All right. And are you Ms. Harris?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Ms. Harris.
Good morning, sir.
Ms. Harris, you were charged here with 1 count of criminal trespass. That is a misdemeanor, okay? Now, because you were charged with a misdemeanor, first, let me tell you, your bond amount is $2,500. In addition to that, ma'am, I understand, and I don't want you to respond, but I understand here that this was alleged to have involved your husband. What I'm going to do is, in this particular situation, ma'am, Ms. Harris, I'm not going to require that you vacate the home, but I am going to ask that you have no violent or harassing contact with the alleged victim. Do you understand that, what that means? That means
Yes,
no hitting, no kicking him, no,
no spitting.
I'm sorry?
I won't. I didn't, never have. Thank you. But
Okay,
you said
but
I
I'm
can
just putting it down.
return?
Yes, ma'am, you'll be allowed to return, but please, no acts of any kind involving him, okay? So keep your distance. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I told you your bond is $2,500. So, Ms. Harris, because you were charged with a misdemeanor, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that hearing. So again, a preliminary hearing is where you're present, the judge is present, and the police are present to review your case. It's not your trial, but it's where they go over if there's enough evidence to move forward on your case. Now, would you like me to set your preliminary hearing for you or waive your preliminary hearing?
No, but you said my charges. What did you say it was? Criminal?
Your criminal trespass,
Trespassing.
1 count of trespass for a $2,500 bond.
Even
Do
though
you
I
want me
live
to-
there.
Yes, ma'am. Do
Okay.
you want me to set that preliminary hearing date for you or waive your hearing altogether?
Is it necessary? It's just up to me?
It's not. It's up to you.
Well, one question I have is that, because of the case, and he pulled me off the bed until.
Ma'am, can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Remember what I
I
said
got
earlier?
you. Oh, I'm sorry. All
So
right.
here's what I'm gonna do. To protect you, ma'am, I'm gonna go ahead and set the preliminary hearing date. Your next court date, Ms. Harris, will be July 21st at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom if you don't make your court date. Excuse me, if you don't make your bond. Again, that'll be July 21st. That'll be at 8:30 a.m. and that'll be via Zoom. And again, that's not your trial date, but it's where you're present, the judge is present, and also the officer is present to go over your case with you and determine if there are enough facts for it to proceed to the next level where you'll be officially charged. If you make this bond, it goes away, ma'am, and it doesn't matter at all anyway, okay?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Harris, let me ask, were you working before this happened?
No, I am a retired rural health physician and I'm on Social Security.
Okay. And so because of that, ma'am, I am gonna go ahead, I'm gonna appoint a court-appointed lawyer for you, Ms. Harris, so you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
Hey, Judge,
Yes, ma'am.
on the Dukes case, did you look at the bottom and see the victim, or was it something else that you were needing on that warrant for the Dukes case? The one that you continued.
Let me go back.
The victim's name is on the bottom of the warrant by where the officer signed his name. If that's what
Okay,
you're
and
missing.
maybe I missed it there because I was looking for it in the body.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it was listed right above at the bottom of the warrant. The victim is listed above the officer's name. And that's on both of those, the Goolsby and the Dukes case.
Okay, they put it. Let me see. I'm not seeing it. So I see the charges.
Then go down a little bit more.
I see his name. I see Dominique, but I don't see. Do you see a last name?
Yeah, Candler.
Oh, Chandler. He has it back. I've got it. Okay.
Okay.
Deputies. Yep, I see it there. Deputies.
Yes, sir.
Is Miss Duke still there?
She
We
is.
can go ahead.
Do you need her again?
Yeah, you can bring her up. We'll go ahead and try to get her done here.
Just have a seat for me.
Thank you, Miss Marie.
Welcome.
Stand back in front of the monitor.
Miss Dukes, I was corrected. Your information was put in a different place. I was able to go ahead and we're gonna go through this together, all right? So go ahead and get you taken care of today. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So Ms. Dukes, let me tell you here, this particular warrant is alleging a few things here that occurred that night. Basically, it's saying that you were involved in an incident whereupon you were charged with 1 count of simple battery, 1 count of simple assault, and 1 count of aggravated assault and an interference with the 911 call. They're alleging that essentially you assaulted another party and that you pulled a firearm from that party and then assaulted them as well and prevented them from calling 911. The 3 of the 4 counts are misdemeanors. The aggravated assault count is a felony. So because you were charged with a felony, a couple things that I'm going to need to explain to you. First, let's go ahead. Give me one moment. I want to take a look at your history here this morning. Okay. 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 So I'm going to go ahead. We'll be able to set bond for you this morning, Ms. Duke. So let's go through that. So on the simple battery family violence, ma'am, I will go ahead and set a bond of $2,500. On count 2, the simple assault, we will also set a bond of $2,500. On count 3, the aggravated assault, ma'am, which is the felony that I mentioned earlier, we will set a bond in that of $10,000.
Who?
10,000.
You say 2?
10.
10.
Yes, ma'am. And then on the hindering a 911 call allegation, we will set a bond of $5,000 on that one. So, ma'am, your total bond amount is going to be $20,000. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, as a part of this, which was the reason that I was initially continuing the case, is I wanted to know the victim or the alleged victim's name so that I could appropriately address that and protect that person until this case is resolved. That individual is Dominique Candler. And so a couple of things here. One, you were to have no contact with Dominique Candler while this case is pending. So as I said earlier, that means no emails, nothing whatsoever, no phone calls, no text, nothing of that nature, because what that would mean is that you are violating this bond. Do you understand that? Ms. Dukes?
Yes.
Okay, I need you to give me an affirmative. Now, I'm going to add to that is that you are also to stay away from this address, 7107 Meadow Circle. Do you understand that?
Even if that's my apartment? Listed my name?
Yes.
And so remember, that's what I was saying earlier. Even if that's where you allegedly live before this happened, you are to stay away from that place. And so the only way you will be able to return there is a couple ways. One, if for whatever reason this case is modified, the bond is modified with the help of your attorney, then you can leave or you can return. Or the other option would be if at some point your case is resolved, and then at that point, if the bond is lifted, you may also be able to, at that point, return. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. I did have one last charge, Ms. Dukes, I forgot to add. You also are charged with false imprisonment. So that bond is $10,000 as well. So it actually takes your bond to $30,000. So again, let me just kind of go over that to make sure we're on the same page. One count of simple battery, one count of simple assault, one count of aggravated assault as a felony, one count of obstruction as a misdemeanor, and one count of false imprisonment for a total bond of $30,000. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yeah.
And again, you are to stay away from the victim's handler, and you're also to stay away from 7107 Meadow Circle.
Well, my
Again,
baby's there.
ma'am,
My children there, so how I supposed to stay away when my children are there?
again, until your bond is modified, the information I have, Ms. Dukes, you have to stay away. When you get an attorney, you speak with that attorney. So if there are things that can be done to assist you on that end, they will have to be the ones to do that. But at this point, based on what I have to move forward with that, okay?
So how much do I pay again?
Say that again?
Okay.
Couple of other things. One, because you're charged with a felony, I'm going to give you a preliminary hearing date. That's that hearing, you, the officer, and the judge are present. If you don't make your bond, your next court date is going to be July 21st at 8:30 a.m., and that'll be via Zoom. Do you understand that, Ms. Dukes?
Yes.
Were you working before this happened, ma'am?
No.
All right, so based on that, Ms. Dukes, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer as well. And so that means you will have a lawyer free of charge that will be able to assist you on your case. Do you understand that, Ms. Dukes?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Dukes, do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right, ma'am, then that's all I have for you. Good luck to you, ma'am. All right, and I think that should thank you, Ms. Mary. I think that should take us back to Holmes.
Yes.
All right. All right, are you Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
All right, so Ms. Holmes, you were charged with one count of misdemeanor criminal trespass and one count of battery family violence. The misdemeanor criminal trespass carries a bond amount of $2,500. The battery family violence carries a bond amount of $3,500 for a total bond of $6,000. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
You do have special conditions, and they are to stay away from the alleged victim, Jacob Coleman, and also to stay away from the address of 985 Mount Zion Road, apartment 34. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you have any questions thus far about what we've talked about?
No.
Okay. Now, Ms. Holmes, because you were charged with misdemeanors, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that hearing. Would you like to have it or waive it? Ma'am?
Wait.
Okay. Ms. Holmes, I am showing that you would like to waive your right to that preliminary hearing. Because you are asking me to waive that hearing, once you and I are done here, Ms. Holmes, the deputy will have a piece of paper for you to sign, and then you'll be done here this morning. Lastly, just to ask you one last question, were you working before this happened, ma'am? Ma'am?
No.
Okay. All right, so I am going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. That means you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case. Ms. Holmes, do you have any questions for me?
No.
All right, ma'am, then that's all I have for you. Good luck to you.
Step over here and sign.
Come here, right here. Grab your sons.
She's grabbing her stuff and sign right there, please.
All right, next up should be McLean.
Please.
Sound like that.
All right, are you Miss McLean?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, Miss McLean, you were charged here this morning with one count of theft by receiving a stolen property, ma'am. That is a felony. That means that I'm going to go ahead and set your preliminary hearing date that I spoke of before. Your preliminary hearing date will be July 21st. That'll be at 8:30 a.m. and that'll be via Zoom. Again, that'll be July 21st, 8:30 a.m., and that'll be via Zoom. Now, because you are charged with a felony, and I have to provide you a bond here this morning, your bond amount is going to be $5,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Lastly, ma'am, were you working, Ms. McLean?
No, sir, I'm not working. I get disability and pension from my ex-husband.
Okay, so Ms. McLean, I'm going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer here this morning. So you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you, ma'am. Good luck to you.
This way.
Come on, Ms. McLean.
I don't get a chance to say nothing.
No, ma'am.
Not right now. No, not about the.
All right, thank you. You have.
Thank you, ma'am.
Did you get your food? Mr. Lane, did you get your? No, I don't think so. You step up to the computer. No. Oh, wait, what? Okay.
Busby.
No, you're gonna go last actually, because you're.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
And your name?
Tony Busby.
Okay. Deputies, I just want to confirm then, I still had Pittman and Simmons. Were they released?
What were those names, Judge?
I had Gabriel Pittman and Cheryl Simmons.
Gabriel, Pittman, and Simmons.
Cheryl Simmons.
Judge,
They're out to
Cheryl
bond.
Simmons is out to bond.
Okay, Simmons is out the bond. Okay.
And what was the
And-
other name, Judge?
Pittman, Pittman.
Simmons was also out to bond.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Judge, do you want to do the fugitives last, or can we?
Yes, I was just going to ask that. Yes, please, because I know we had two.
You want
I
to do
believe
them
it was
last?
Yes, please. I believe it was Busby and Ewing, I believe was the other one.
I think we have four. We have Busby, Ewing, Griffin, and Tucker.
Okay, those were the two that I remembered. Because one didn't have warrants in it, so I mean, that may have been Griffin, I think. But yes, if we can hold those till the end.
Okay.
It should be Coleman, I think, up next.
Oh, go ahead. Yes, get up in front of the computer.
All right, so are you Mr. Taekwon Coleman?
Yes, sir, I am.
Mr. Coleman, you got a couple cases here, so we're going to deal with the second one, and then I'll talk to you about the first. The second case, sir, you were charged with one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, one count of failure to use your brake lights appropriately, and then one count of driving a motor vehicle with an invalid registration. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir. I had
Now-
my registration.
I'm sorry?
I had my registration.
Oh, and look, remember, we don't talk about the specifics of your case.
My bad.
If you do have that, great. Talk to your attorney about that once you are appointed one, and then you all can discuss what to do from there with that, okay?
Okay.
Now, as to your bond, sir, count number one, that would be one of the traffic offenses. I did assign you a bond amount of $500.
Yes, sir.
Count number two, I gave you a bond also on the other traffic offense of $500 for a total bond of $1,000. Now, on count three, sir, the drug offense, I did review your criminal history. According to your criminal history, and again, I don't need you to respond, but according to your criminal history, it shows that you are currently on felony probation out of state. And so because of that, sir, I am not permitted to give you bond this morning.
I'm
on
not
that.
on probation anymore.
Okay, again, remember I said, don't comment on that. I'm just telling you what I'm showing. So because of that, sir, I cannot give you a bond this morning on the felony count. So I've got two court dates for you. One is going to be your preliminary hearing date. That's going to be July 20th at 2026 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. The second is going to be a bond hearing where they can reconsider your bond. That'll be July 24th at 8:30 a.m. and that will also be via Zoom. And again, don't comment, but if there's been some discrepancy, if it's showing you're not on bond anymore, then great. What you would do is between now and then, you will have discussions with a lawyer about it, and that's where you will let them know about any problems or anything that was incorrectly done, okay?
Yeah, so can I just get the paperwork and bring it to the courts? Because they already sent me my probation release paperwork. I'm already done with probation.
And remember, not to speak about it here with me. Save that information for your attorney, okay?
Are you saying to the court?
Mr. Coleman,
Okay.
speak to your attorney. Mr. Coleman, are you currently working, sir?
Yes, I am.
And how much are you earning per month?
I'm in here now, so I'm not earning anything.
Previous to that, sir?
I don't know, it fluctuates. Maybe 3 to 4,000, 3 to 6,000, depends.
Okay, do you believe you'll have that job once you're released?
I was to get a bond, I would have been able to pay it off today.
All right, so sir, based on what you provided to me today,
Judge,
I'm not gonna be permitted to give you an attorney. So you will have to hire one on your own. Do you understand that, Mr. Coleman?
yes, I'll get all my paperwork. As far as the felony probation, I'm done with that, so I just get it to the courts.
I understand. I definitely understand. Again, I keep repeating myself, but I need for you to understand, sir, with the information that I have, and again, do not respond, but with the information that I have, it says that you are, which is why you were put on this bond status. But you will have an opportunity to speak with someone about it. Now, let me tell you, Mr. Coleman, so don't drag this out. On your second case, this is case number 1 actually in line, you had an offense of battery family violence that was alleged to have happened on May 1st of 2026. There was some information that was not provided to me in the way of the warrant. And Miss Marie, I don't think that we got any update on that. I know Miss Mary was trying. So based on the lack of information that I have here this morning, I am gonna have to continue that case. So you should come back, Mr. Coleman, on Monday. And that way, I'm sorry?
Yes, sir, correct.
Okay, and so you will come back on Monday with that information, hopefully with the next judge, Mr. Coleman, and they'll be able to speak to you about that case, okay?
That's for the Clayton County one, right?
Well, they're both out of this county.
The battery.
You had 2 different dates on it. This is the May 1st case. It's alleging, just without getting into too much detail, it's alleging that you were involved in a violent incident with someone else. And there's some information missing.
Yeah, because she not she didn't even drop that shit.
Okay, all right, sir. You have a good one. Good luck to you. If I could have up Finch, please. I believe that should be next. All right, are you Mr. Finch?
Hey, good.
I'm sorry?
Hey, good.
All right. Deputies, is Kevin Finch, was he out on bond or is he there?
One second, Judge, let me see.
I can do Haygood. I just want to make sure we don't lose. Because I've got Finch. I think you said Goolsby.
Finch is en route, Judge. Let's see.
Okay. What about Goolsby?
Goolsby is here too.
All right, if we could do Goolsby so we can just stay in line.
Is this gonna be the guy over here? Yeah, he might be back here. Thomas.
All right. Are you Mr. Goolsby?
Mr. Finch. Kevin called Finch.
Okay. All right, Mr. Finch, give me 1 second.
Who is this? Is Finch?
Yes, Miss Marie. They found him, I guess. All right, Mr. Finch. That's why I'm confirming with each one.
Yeah.
Mr. Finch, you were charged with one count of violation of a Georgia Controlled Substances Act, sir, and 1 count of possession of a drug-related object. The VGCSA, sir, is a felony. The drug-related object is a misdemeanor. I'm going to go over to you, sir, this morning with your bond, and then we'll also give you a couple other things this morning. First, sir, as it relates to your bond amount on this, the bond for the VGCSA carries a bond of $5,000. The drug-related object, the misdemeanor, carries a bond of $1,000. Your total bond, sir, here this morning is $6,000. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about that portion?
No.
Is that a no?
Yeah, I don't have no questions.
Okay. Because you were charged with a felony here, sir, if you don't make your bond, your next court date is going to be July 20th at 8:30 a.m. and that'll be via Zoom. Again, that'll be July 20th at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. Lastly, Mr. Finch, are you working right now?
I DoorDash, so you know.
Okay. So based on that, sir, I will go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer here this morning, free of charge, that will be able to assist you on your case. Okay, Mr. Finch?
Okay.
Again, $6,000 bond. July 20th will be your next court date if you don't make that bond. And I've appointed you a lawyer free of charge. Any questions?
Nope, not at all.
All right, good luck to you, sir. All right, next up should be Goolsby.
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah.
All right, and I do see it. I believe it's Bihaneze Green. Okay. So we'll be able to come in. Are you Mr. Goolsby?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Goolsby, you were charged here with 1 count of criminal trespass, sir, and then you were charged with 1 count of battery family violence. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Question?
I'm sorry?
Can I ask a question?
You can. I'm going to allow you to ask the question, but remember, sir, the advice I gave everyone at the beginning.
Yeah.
Please, we are here, huh?
I said, yes, sir.
Remember, we are here for your first appearance. You want to keep it to your bond amount and keep it to your charges. You do not want to talk to me about the actual case, okay? You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what is it you would like to ask me?
Nothing, well, it's a simple question. I was trying, well, you don't even know. But I'm trying to figure out how I was trespassing when I actually I'm on the lease. Okay, yeah.
Okay. So you're getting into the specifics of your case, and I was actually considering something, but you've admitted here on the record that you were living here with this property at the time with the same person. So I do not have to do that. But as far as your case and the merits of your case, remember what I said at the beginning, and I warned you again, do not talk to me about that information. Okay, I cannot discuss that with you. Do you understand? That's not what the purpose of today is. You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, this is strictly about us discussing your charges, us discussing the bond. Can we agree on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so going over your case, sir, I advise you you're charged with the misdemeanor battery family violence, misdemeanor criminal trespass. The trespass carries a bond amount of $2,500. The battery family violence, $3,500 for a total bond of $6,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You also have special conditions, sir, and they are to stay away from the alleged victim here. I believe it's a Miss Bihaneze Green, BHY''AJANAI. Last name is Green. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You are also to stay away from the particular address where this was alleged to have happened. That is 5317 Riverwalk Drive. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, I know that you said that you were living there prior. Let me go over it again for your benefit, sir. Remember, you are not to return to that property while this case is pending. If you need anything from that property and you make your bond, you go over there with the sheriff's office and they will assist you in getting anything that belongs to you. Now, I'm looking here at your charges and I apologize. There were some additional charges here that I needed to discuss with you. Those were just the first two. You do have a misdemeanor obstruction. You do have felony kidnapping. You do have criminal damage in the second degree, 1 count of aggravated assault, and 1 count of false imprisonment. And so I was advising you on those 2 charges that you do have bonds on, sir. The obstruction, I was giving you a bond as well. I apologize, I kind of skipped the beat without finishing everything else because I wanted to make sure that I advised you of the information about the victim, since I know there was some kind of questions about that being your address and that sort of information. But let me finish your bond amount. The obstruction carries a bond amount of $2,500 because that is also a misdemeanor. Now, as to the remaining count, sir, I need to explain to you a couple of things. That criminal damage, I'm not going to give you a bond this morning. I have the discretion to do so. I have decided not to. The aggravated assault, I also have the discretion to give you a bond. I have decided not to here this morning. The false imprisonment, that also will be no bond. Now, the kidnapping, sir, because of that type of offense there, I am not permitted to give you bond on that. And so I am putting you on a no bond status there as well. And you'll get a couple of court dates here in a minute that I'm going to go over with you, at which time you'll be able to have your bond reconsidered again. I know that's a lot, so let me make sure we're on the same page. Here are your charges: battery, family violence, criminal trespass, obstruction, kidnapping, criminal damage in the second, aggravated assault, and false imprisonment. The criminal trespass carries a bond of $2,500, battery $3,500, obstruction $2,500, kidnapping, I deny bond, criminal damage, bond is denied, aggravated assault, bond is denied, false imprisonment, bond is denied. Now, because you are charged with a felony, sir, your next court date, I want to make sure you have that. Because you're on a no bond status, your next court date is going to be July 20th, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. Again, that's July 20th, and that's at 8:30 a.m. Based on the information I have here, sir, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. And so you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you on your case, Mr. Goolsby. In addition to that preliminary hearing date that I gave you of July 20th, I'm also going to need to let you know that you are going to have what is called a bond hearing date. And that's where the judge can reconsider those no bond charges that I've advised you of here this morning, Mr. Goolsby. And that court date is going to be July 24th, and that's at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be via Zoom. Again, that's July 24th, 8:30 a.m., and that's via Zoom. So preliminary hearing on the 20th, bond hearing on the 24th. You've got a court-appointed attorney and a no bond status, Mr. Goolsby. All right, good luck to you, sir. All right, next up, I believe I have Gutridge, G-U-T-R-I-D-G-E. All right, so Mr. Gutridge, you were charged here with one count of misdemeanor, firing a discharge of a firearm near a highway, and then one count of reckless conduct. These are both misdemeanors, sir. The discharging a firearm carries a bond amount of $5,000, and the reckless conduct, sir, carries a bond amount of $10,000 for a total bond of $15,000. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Gutridge, because you were charged with misdemeanors, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive your right to that hearing. Would you like to have that hearing or waive it, sir?
Yes.
Yes, have it or waive. I need one or the other.
It don't really matter. I don't know.
All right, sir. So I want to protect you because I don't want you to change your mind and say later on you wish you had had that hearing. So I'm going to set the hearing for you. It's going to be July 21st at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. But if you don't make your bond, if you make your bond, it'll go away, okay?
All right.
Now, let me ask you, are you working right now?
No, sir.
All right, so Mr. Gutridge, I am going to go ahead. I'm going to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer for you, free of charge. You will have a lawyer to assist you on your case. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Any questions of me, Mr. Gutridge?
No, sir.
All right, sir, then I have gone over everything with you. Good luck to you.
Appreciate it.
Next up should be Harvey.
Step in here.
Are you Mr. Harvey?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Harvey, you are charged with one count of misdemeanor criminal trespass, one count of misdemeanor disorderly conduct. The trespass carries a bond amount of $2,500. The disorderly conduct, a bond amount of $2,500 for a total bond of $5,000. Then you are also charged with one count of obstruction of an officer as a misdemeanor, one count of fleeing and attempting to elude also as a misdemeanor, and one count of suspended license as a misdemeanor. The obstruction, sir, carries a bond amount of $3,500, the fleeing $5,000, and the suspended license a bond amount of $2,500. Did you hear all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, $2,500 trespass, $2,500 disorderly conduct, $3,500 obstruction, $5,000 for the fleeing, and suspended license $2,500. Your total bond amount, sir, on all misdemeanors is $16,000. Now, you do have special conditions, sir, and they are to stay away from the address of 5174 Riverdale Road, where this is alleged to have happened in McDonald's. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, because you were charged with misdemeanors here, Mr. Harvey, you have the right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive your right. Would you like to have it or waive it?
Waive it.
All right, sir. So I am showing that you are asking that we waive your hearing here this morning. But once you and I are done, the deputies will have a piece of paper for you to sign this morning. Lastly, were you working before you were taken into custody?
Yes, but I just had started.
Okay. Based on that, sir, I am going to go ahead. I'll appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, so you will have a lawyer free of charge to help you on your case. Do you understand that, Mr. Harvey?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about anything, sir?
No, sir.
All right, sir, then that's all I have for you today here. Good luck to you.
You can come around here.
All right, so now it should be Haygood, Walter Haygood.
Write your name for me.
All right, and you are Mr. Haygood, correct?
Right.
All right, so Mr. Haygood, you were charged with 1 count of theft by conversion. That's a felony, sir. Based on the information that I had before me here this morning, again, like the gentleman I said before, I don't need you to respond. I'm just telling you what your criminal history is showing. It did show you to be on felony probation. If that's incorrect, obviously, you know, please let your attorney know once you are assigned one. But it's showing you to be on felony probation. Since you are currently on probation, sir, I am not authorized to grant you bond here this morning. You will have 2 court dates that I'm going to tell you here coming up. One is going to be your preliminary hearing date. That's going to be July 20th at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be via Zoom. The second, sir, is going to be your bond hearing date. That's going to be July 24th at 8:30 a.m. and that will also be via Zoom. Okay, so again, unfortunately, based on your criminal history, I have to deny bond this morning, but I will give you 2 dates, the first being the 20th for your preliminary hearing, the second being the 24th for your bond hearing date. Prior to your being taken into custody, Mr. Haygood, were you working?
No.
Okay, so based on that, sir, I am going to go ahead. I'll appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, and so you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Step up to the computer.
Sign on down. Give us another 5, man.
How you doing, y'all?
Yeah.
I'm doing well. You, Mr. Jemison?
Yeah.
Sir?
Jemison.
I had Jemison.
Yes, sir. This is me.
Okay. Mr. Jemison, you're charged with 1 count of theft by shoplifting as a misdemeanor, sir. That does carry, but I can appoint you bond this morning. The bond amount is $3,500. You do have special conditions, sir, and they are to stay away from 2940 Anvil Block Road, where this was alleged to have happened, a Walmart. Now, because you were charged with a misdemeanor here, Mr. Jemison, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive your right to that hearing. Would you like to have that hearing or waive it, sir?
I can have it. If I bond out, it's gonna go away anyway, right?
Correct.
All right.
Do you want me to go ahead and set it?
Last night when I came in, I haven't been able to use the phone again, but my bond was 1,300 last night. I don't know if my people already posted it or not.
So I can't comment on that. It's not showing on my end, but since you've asked me as far as the preliminary hearing, and you know, again, it'll go away, like you said, if you bond it out or if you make this bond. So right now, your bond is $3,500. I'll go ahead and set the hearing at the 21st as you've requested. And then again, if you make that bond, like you said, it'll go away, okay?
But my bond's not 1,300 anymore.
It's not showing, again, it's not showing that on my end. So I don't want to comment and say that it is or isn't. I'm only telling you what I'm giving you at present.
Can you not make it that?
Sir.
No, sir, I cannot.
Okay. 3,500.
Okay.
Okay.
Lastly, Mr. Jemison, were you working before you were released?
Oh, I'm a gig worker.
I'm sorry?
I'm a gig worker. Like DoorDash, Instacart.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So based on that, Mr. Jemison, I'm going to go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed attorney. So you will have an attorney free of charge to assist you on your case, okay?
Okay.
All right, sir. You have any questions for me?
No, that's it.
All right, good luck to you. All right, next up should be Mr. Jones. And Miss Marie and Miss Mary, if it's showing on your end, I did confirm with Lynn that this is in here twice. And it was inappropriately done.
Okay.
Great,
Okay.
thank you.
Mr. Jones, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. Colin Jones.
Yes, sir. You were charged with 1 count of DUI, let's say, and 1 count of improper lane change. These are both misdemeanors, sir. The DUI less safe carries a bond amount of $4,500. The improper lane change carries a bond amount of $1,000, sir. And so your total bond is going to be $5,500. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions first as to that part?
Yeah, I haven't been able to use the phone. Is there any way I could do a signature type bond?
No, sir.
Okay.
Now, and that's as to a signature bond. As far as the phone, that's with the jail, so I don't have anything on that.
Okay.
You do have special conditions, sir. I have advised that if and when you make your bond, that you are not to consume or possess any sort of liquor, drug, or anything of that nature without a prescription. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Jones, because you are charged with misdemeanors here, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, sir, or you can waive your right to that hearing. Would you like to have it or waive it?
I'd like to waive it.
All right, sir. So I am showing here, Mr. Jones, that you would like to waive your hearing. And so once you and I are done here this morning, the deputies will have a piece of paper there to my left, your right, for you to sign, okay?
Okay.
Lastly, sir, Mr. Jones, were you working prior to being placed into custody?
Yes, I was working. I'm not too sure if I have the job now, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. What type of work were you doing?
Warehouse.
How much were you making per month?
I'll say about like 4,000.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes, I have one and one on the way.
All right. So right now, based on the information you provided, Mr. Jones, I'm not going to be able to provide you a court-appointed lawyer. If your circumstances change, like you said, that you may or may not have that job upon your being here for however long, please just let the courts know as you get your court dates, and they can readjust that at a later time. But as of right now, I'm not going to be able to give you a court-appointed lawyer. Okay.
Okay.
All right, sir. Any questions?
No, that's it.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. Next up should be Lovelace.
What I need to sign?
Lovelace?
Yeah, that's important.
Corey Lovelace.
Sign this?
Yes, I'm in. You gotta sign them more.
And just so I've got Lovelace and Manfred, I believe, are all of the next two. I want to get them in order. All right. Just to confirm, sir, what's your name?
For Tamir Lovelace.
Okay. So Mr. Lovelace, my name is Judge Thorpe, and I'm going to go over what you were arrested for, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. So you were charged with 1 count of criminal trespass here. That's a misdemeanor. So I'm going to give you a bond amount, sir, and your bond amount is going to be $2,000, okay?
Okay, sir.
Mr. Lovelace, were you working before this happened?
Okay, you're good.
Yes, outside teach. Cause my dad had one bedroom.
Okay.
And my wheel got broke and everything. So I died on my feet again.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead, Mr. Lovelace, and help you out. I'm going to appoint a court-appointed lawyer, so you'll get a lawyer free to help you out on your case, okay?
Okay.
I talked earlier about something that's called a preliminary hearing. Did you understand what I was talking about?
Yes, sir.
Would you like me to set a preliminary hearing date for you, or would you like to waive your preliminary hearing date?
I just won't be out today.
You just want to be out? I understand. What I'm going to do then, until you get out, I'm going to go ahead and set that hearing date for you just to protect you. And I'm going to set it for July 21st at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom, just like you're on here today. Okay?
Okay.
Let me make sure you understand. Right now, you're in custody because you were charged with a misdemeanor. It's called criminal trespass. I've given you a bond. Your bond is $2,000. I've given you a lawyer, so you will have a lawyer that will help you on your case as well, okay?
Yes, sir.
If you don't get out for whatever reason, and I hope you do, but if you don't, The next day that you'll come back to court like this on the television will be July 21st, and it'll be at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Lovelace.
Thank you.
Thank you. Should be Manfred. Are you Mr. Manfred?
Good morning. Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning, sir. You were charged with 1 count of criminal trespass, sir. That's a misdemeanor. It carries a bond amount of $2,500, sir. You do have special conditions that I need to go over here with you this morning. Those conditions, sir, are that you stay away from the Courtney Perkins and that you stay away from the address of 8841 Highway 54. If that was a place, as I understand that you may have been living at the time that this happened, sir, again, I'll remind you, like the individuals before you, if you need any items there, please get with the sheriff's office if and when you make bond, and they will go over, escort you there and help you with any items that you need to get. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
I was wondering if you could read the factual statement on the warrant.
So what I'll do, sir, is I won't go through, I don't know if you want me to read every little bit of it, but give me 1 second here and I will tell you what it says. So it's alleging here that you and Ms. Perkins, who had been living together for a short period of time, were involved in a verbal argument in which you prohibited Ms. Perkins from re-entering the property and locked her out. She said multiple times she attempted to re-enter through her front window, and that you denied her entrance by locking the door to the residence that you shared with her. After multiple attempts is when she contacted the police, trying both the window and the door.
Okay, thank you.
All right. All right, sir. Last question for you. Were you working?
No, sir.
All right, so I will give you a court-appointed lawyer to assist you. And then after your preliminary hearing, sir, how would you like to proceed on that? Would you like to have your hearing or waive it?
I would like to waive it, sir.
All right, so Mr. Manfred, I am showing that you're requesting that we waive your preliminary hearing this morning. And so what's going to happen then is the deputies will have a piece of paper for you to sign to my left, to your right. Once you sign that piece of paper here this morning, that will be all that we have for you. Do you have any questions before I let you go?
So does that kind of expedite my next court date?
What is that, by waiving the preliminary hearing?
Yes, sir.
It does, sir. So yes, sir. So again, what happens is because there'll be no hearing in between it, I will send these documents on up to the prosecutor's office. It's the solicitor, to be specific. They'll review it and make a determination as if they believe there's enough evidence. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Mhm. Next up should be McDowell, MCDOW, James McDowell. Are you Mr. McDowell?
No, I'm Nicholas.
Is James McDowell, did he make bond?
I'm not sure of those. I'm not sure of that. I was not on this.
You're Nicholas?
I am.
Okay, we can handle Nicholas. Deputy, just confirm that for me, please. All right. All right, Mr. Nicholas. So you are charged here. Let's go over your charges with you. You're charged, sir, with driving on the wrong side of the road. You're charged with failing to use your seatbelt and with also driving under the influence of alcohol. Do you understand, sir?
I do.
Mr. Nicholas?
I do, my lord.
I'm sorry?
I do, my lord.
Okay. So I need to tell you your bond, sir. The driving on the wrong side of the road carries a bond of $500. The seatbelt violation, $500. And the DUI carries a bond of $3,500. And so your total bond, sir, is $4,500. Do you understand that?
I do, my lord.
Okay. Now, I am going to require, sir, a special condition, and that's that you have no alcohol while you're on probation or drug of any kind. Do you understand? Excuse me, not on probation, but while you're on bond. Do you understand?
Right.
Okay. Lastly, or not lastly, but last two things, because you were charged with misdemeanor, sir, Mr. Nicholas, you have the right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that preliminary hearing. Would you like to have that hearing or waive it, sir?
I'll wait.
All right, sir. So I am showing that you're requesting that we waive your preliminary hearing. And so once we're done here this morning, the deputies will have a piece of paper for you to sign to my left, your right. Lastly, were you working when this happened? How much do you make per month?
2,000 something.
I'm sorry?
Say like 2,000 and some change.
2,000? Okay. So I am gonna go ahead and appoint you a court-appointed lawyer, Mr. Nicholas. And that way they can assist you on your case, okay?
Thank you, my lord.
So say that again?
Say thank you.
All right, sir. Then that's all I have for you. Any questions for me?
No.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Nicholas.
So, yeah, go.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Simmons, sorry, you are.
I'm sorry?
John Simmons.
All right, so let me just check these. Richards, Robinson, and schedules. Give me 1 second, sir.
All right.
So, deputies, do we not have McDowell or Richards?
Yes, Your Honor, we have McDowell and Richard.
To the computer.
Okay, can we keep them in order then? Can you send me McDowell, then send me Richards, please?
McDowell?
Simmons.
We get everyone done. Should be McDowell, then Richards. All right, are you Mr. McDowell?
I'm sorry. Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. McDowell, you're charged with 1 count of speeding and 1 count of driving a suspended license, sir. Those are both misdemeanors. Mr. McDowell, the
Sorry,
bond
1 second,
amount.
please. They're trying to adjust the camera.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Yes, sir.
He's ready, Judge.
All right, so go over it again, sir. You're charged with 1 count of driving with suspended license and 1 count of speeding. Those are misdemeanors. The speeding carries a bond amount of $1,000. The suspended license carries a bond amount of $2,500 for a total bond of $3,500. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, because you were charged with misdemeanors, you have the right to a preliminary hearing, sir, or you can waive your right to the preliminary hearing. Would you like to have your hearing or waive it?
I do have one simple question before I make that decision.
Okay.
When I go to waive the hearing, what that means I just go flat out and pay the ticket? Or when you say go ahead, go for the hearing, that means I could go ahead and try to talk to y'all about it.
So let's start from the beginning. Right now, this is just your circumstances where you're charged. So before you even get to the point where you got to pay any tickets, if you can, you got to you're dealing with what you've been charged with. This isn't right now a ticketable offense. You're going to have to appear in court right now. Okay. So to answer your question, I'm telling you what you've been arrested for. I'm telling you what you'll be able to get out of custody for while your case is pending. As to answer your question, at this juncture, sir, you will not be able to address this by simply paying a ticket. It's likely going to mean that you're going to have to go to court for it.
Okay.
Now, as far as, talking about the specifics of it, remember, let's not get into that today. That's for your attorney and when you go to court, okay?
No, I understand that. I understand.
Okay. So, Mr. McDowell, let's see, we needed to talk about 2 things.
Yes, sir.
One, because you're charged with misdemeanors, you have a right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive your right. Did you want to have that hearing or waive it, sir?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm still trying to understand it. I don't understand it. Basically, am I trying to sign up for a bond?
Speak with him.
Here, I'll explain. Tell me what questions you have.
I'm just really trying to figure out whether this is going to tell me if I have a bond today or not.
I did. So listen again. Speeding, bond amount of $1,000.
Gotcha.
Suspended license, $2,500. Your bond is $3,500. So if you want to go home today, either you or someone you know will need to pay either $3,500 in total, or get with the bonding company so that you only have to pay about $500. Okay? Does that answer that question?
Yes, sir.
Now, in addition to that, I'm asking you, if you don't make that bond, you have a right to another court date. It's not your trial, but it's where you, your attorney, and the judge are there to determine whether or not there's enough evidence for your case to go to the prosecutor. So you got an option. You can tell me, Judge, I don't want that hearing. Just send it on up to the prosecutor. I want this to move quickly. Or you can say, Judge, I do want that hearing. Now, remember, either way, if you bond out, the hearing goes away anyway. But again, you have the option right now because you're still in custody. Do you want me to set that preliminary hearing date for you, or do you want to waive that hearing?
I'm gonna be honest, I
I'm
wanted
sorry?
to move quickly.
Okay, so I want to be clear. Are you asking me to waive that hearing, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, the bond amount is,
Yes, sir.
okay, so the bond amount is $3,500. You are asking me to waive your preliminary hearing after I've explained it to you here this morning. Were you working before you were taken into custody, sir?
Yes, sir. I was supposed to be to work yesterday at 12.
Okay, how much do you earn per month, sir?
I earn between 22 to 35.
Okay. All right, so based on that information, sir, I'm not going to be able to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. So if you would like a lawyer to assist you on your case here, you will have to hire your own, okay, Ms. McDowell?
Okay.
All right, sir. Any questions before I let you go?
No, sir.
All right, sir. Did I answer everything so that you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Now, next up should be Richards. All right, are you Mr. Richards?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Richards, you were charged here with 1 count of battery family violence. The allegations being that back on June 12th, you were involved in a physical altercation with a Takara Blades. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm showing here that this is a misdemeanor. And so because you are charged with a misdemeanor, sir, you have the right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that right to a preliminary hearing. Would you like to have that hearing, sir, or would you like to waive that hearing?
I would like to waive that hearing.
All right, so once we are done here this morning, sir, the deputies will have a piece of paper here for you to sign. It'll be to my left, to your right. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, as to a bond, I want to go through that with you. The bond amount for this battery family violence is going to be $3,500. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And then you do have special conditions, sir, and they're going to be to stay away from Takara Blades here. That means, again, to have no contact whatsoever. Do you understand that? That means no emails, no texts, no nothing. Okay? You were saying something. I didn't quite hear you.
No, I just said yes, sir.
Okay. Then lastly, sir, in addition to staying away from Takara Blades, you're also going to have to stay away from the address where this was alleged to have happened. Looks like, according to what I have, and give me 1 second, I just want to make sure.
Sir, I do have a couple of items still at the residence.
Right, and that's why I'm just making sure of the address. It's not listed here. And what's that address, sir?
5606 Rex Ridge Loop.
Say it one more time.
5606 Rex Ridge Loop, Rex, Georgia.
Yeah. Yep, that's it. Okay, I just want to make sure I've got the right thing here. Okay, so want to be clear of a couple things. One, you're going to have to stay away from Miss Blades. 2, you're going to have to, of course, stay away from Rex Ridge Loop 5606. I understand that you were saying that you had a couple items there. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but what I was saying to you is that you can return there, but you can only return there within 10 days of your release with the deputy accompanying you. So here's what that looks like. The bond amount is $3,500. You make the bond, you decide you want to go get your items. You get with the sheriff's office, you make an appointment, they go out there with you, but you are not to go there alone until your case is closed or your bond is modified with a judge and with an attorney. Do you understand?
How do I arrange that with the deputy?
You would just speak with the sheriff's office once you bond out. Just give them a call or do it in person.
Okay, all right.
All right, 3,500, 5606 Rex Ridge Loop, staying away from Miss Blades. You've waived your preliminary hearing. Lastly, the last question I have for you, sir, were you working prior to this, Mr. Richards?
Yes, I'm an HVAC contractor.
Okay, and how much were you making per month?
$3,500 a month.
All right, so based on that, Mr. Richards, I'm not going to be able to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. And so you will have to obtain a lawyer of your own, okay?
Okay, how much is the 3,500 with the bonding company?
Sure, so that would come roughly out to about $500 that you'd be responsible for.
Okay, all right.
All right, do you have any other questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right, sir, then that's all I have for you. Good luck to you.
All right, thank you, boss.
Thank you. All right. Next up should be Robinson. I have D'Angelo Robinson. Are you Mr. Robinson?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Robinson, you are charged with one count of disorderly conduct, sir. That is a misdemeanor. The bond amount for the disorderly conduct is $2,500. You are also charged with one count of obstruction of an officer. That is also a misdemeanor, sir, and that also carries a bond amount that I've given you here this morning of $2,500. So your total bond amount here this morning is $5,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, because you were charged with misdemeanor, sir, you have the right to a preliminary hearing, or you can waive that hearing. Would you like to have it or waive it?
Waive it.
All right, sir, so I am showing that you are requesting that we waive your preliminary hearing this morning. Now, because you are asking that we waive that hearing, then once we are done here this morning, what that will mean is that the deputies will have a piece of paper for you to sign, okay? It's gonna be to my left, to your right. And once you sign that, then you'll be done this morning. But before I let you go, one last question for you. Are you working right now?
Sir.
You said yes?
Yes, sir.
How much were you making per month, sir?
Around 3,200.
Okay, so based on the information you provided to me, Mr. Robinson, I am not gonna be able to appoint you a court-appointed lawyer here this morning. And so what that means is, sir, if you would like to have a lawyer to assist you on your case, you will have to, I'm sorry?
I would say.
Oh, I was just saying, letting you know, you will have to get your own, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up should be Scales, Jeremiah Scales.
Oh, man.
Oh, my bad.
Scale is not active, Judge.
Oh, okay, so he's bonded out.
Yeah.
All right, and I believe, does that take us Simmons, Tolbert, and Tucker? And I know several of these were fugitives, so I think I've got Simmons, and then the remainder should be our fugitives. Are you Mr. Simmons?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Simmons, you are charged with one count of misdemeanor criminal trespass, sir. That carries a bond amount of $2,000. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, that is a misdemeanor. So because this is a misdemeanor, you do have a right to a preliminary hearing, sir, or you can waive that right to that hearing. Would you like to have that hearing or waive that hearing?
I don't like it, sir.
Okay.
Now.
All right. So that means, sir, because you are waiving that hearing, the deputies, once we're done here this morning, will have a piece of paper for you to sign, okay?
Excuse me?
They're gonna have a piece of paper for you to sign since you're waiving your right to that hearing.
Okay.
Now, one other thing before we get to the last question I have for you. I want to make sure that I tell you that you're gonna have what's called a special condition on your case. Because they're alleging that you were someplace that you should not have been. So I am gonna require that you stay away from 7163 Babbling Brook Drive. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, as I told the other folks before you, if that was somewhere you were living before, remember, you can go back, but you can only go back with the sheriff once, if and when you make bond. Otherwise, you have to stay away from that property. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, you are charged with a misdemeanor, Mr. Simmons. You have the right to a preliminary hearing or not. You've waived that hearing, so the deputy will have you sign. Lastly, were you working prior to your being released?
No, sir.
I'm sorry?
No, sir.
Okay. Since you weren't working, sir, I am gonna go ahead. I'm gonna appoint you a court-appointed lawyer. So you will have a lawyer free of charge to assist you, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Do you have any questions of me, sir?
No, that's gonna cost about $200 to get out, right?
Oh, you talking about to bond out?
Yeah, the bond out.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, thank
Well, a
you.
little bit more than 200. You're closer to 300, 350.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Burn sign.
We have Tolbert, Jonathan Tolbert.
Oh, he's one of the fugitives.
Tolbert is a fugitive.
Judge?
Are you ready?
I'm showing, okay, and that's what I thought, but on my end, I just wanted to confirm.
Tolbert
On
is,
my end, it's showing he's got charges. He's got misdemeanor charges, but if you all are showing him as a fugitive,
for who? Tolbert or Tucker?
Obert.
Tolbert is, not active.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So then that should take us to Tucker, who I've got as a fugitive, correct?
Yeah, you can get all the fugitives.
All right. All right, so if we could turn the camera and just have all of them together, and then I'll go through them each individually.
Come on.
Right, yeah, I think you're back.
No.
Judge, was Griffin not there?
I'll go this way. Go back to your housing unit.
Miss Marie, I couldn't hear you. Say that again.
Griffin, defendant, last name Griffin, was he up there for the fugitive part?
I believe he was. I asked earlier. I don't know if they heard me.
Okay.
Is Griffin there?
Yeah, Griffin.
Yes.
You got Tucker, Griffin, and what are the other two?
Busby and Ewing.
Yep, okay, that should be all. That's what I've got written down. Busby, Ewing, Tucker, and Griffin. All right, so gentlemen, I'm gonna talk to you each individually, but I just wanted to have you as a group understand what's happening. You may have some understanding already. You all are charged not with anything here in the state of Georgia, not with anything in Clayton County. Each of you individually stem from charges allegedly pending out of other states and other counties. And so I'm gonna have individual conversations with each of you to advise you of that. But I just generally want each of you to understand that, again, you're not hearing anything charged by Clayton County. Specifically, I've got warrants I'm supposed to have about you all from other states. I'm going to ask each of you individually about what you'd like to do. Each of you has an option. That first option is you can tell me, Judge, go ahead, send me back to whatever state, whatever county that this crime is alleged to have happened, and then I will deal with it when I get there. Okay. If you choose that, that means the other state police officers have 30 days to come get you. If they don't come get you in 30 days, Clayton County will release you and send you on your way. If you say, Judge, I don't want to go back, I don't want to take that option, you can stay. If you choose to stay here, you are telling me you would like to contest the procedure, not the elements of the case, not what happened, the procedure that the other state used to get a warrant on you. Okay? So again, if you're charged with, let's say, aggravated assault, and you can tell me, Judge, just send me back. Okay? They've got 30 days to come get you. If they don't come get you in those 30 days, we release you. Option 2, you're charged with aggravated assault. Judge, don't send me back. I want to object. I want to contest how they got this warrant against me. Now, let's say you choose option 2. They get up to 60 days where you will sit in the Clayton County Jail to come up here to Clayton County and to prepare for that hearing where they will show the judge that they did all the paperwork correct. Okay? Now, let's say those 60 days go by, that hearing still doesn't happen. The law gives them additional time as well beyond that to try to get their ducks in a row and get the paperwork in order. So again, option 1, send me back, I'll deal with it there. Option 2, I would like to stay here, understanding that I'm going to be in custody for a few months until such time as that hearing happens with the officers from out of state. All right, so with that, I'll go ahead. Let me start with Mr. Busby. Mr. Busby, if you want to step up. All right, can you hear me well, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Busby, as I've already explained to you all individually, sir, you were charged here with an out-of-state offense, and specifically, I believe it was South Carolina, but I want to double check here. Yes, it was out of the state of South Carolina specifically for yours.
Yes, sir.
So you had the first option. Now, because, and I didn't say this earlier, but because this is an out-of-state offense, we do not give you a bond. But as to your hearing, sir, how would you like to move forward on that? Would you like to have us go ahead, send you on back to South Carolina, or option 2? I believe you said you just want us to send you back.
Yes, sir.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what will happen then, sir, is we're going to go ahead and record that you requested that we do that. Do you have any questions for me about anything?
No, sir.
All right, sir. Then I have gone ahead, noted here that you are waiving your right, and we will be sending you back to the state of South Carolina. Do you have any questions of me, sir?
No, sir.
All right, sir, then good luck to you. All right, next up, I have Ewing, and then I will do Griffin and Tucker. I believe one of these was the one where it wasn't on here. All right. All right, and are you Mr. Ewing?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Ewing, same goes for you, sir. Again, the charge is from another state. Yours is out of Phoenix City in Alabama. You have that same option, sir. Would you like us to prepare to send you back to Phoenix,
Yes.
or are you wanting to?
You can sign.
Okay.
You can sign if this paper, I'm gonna be sent back.
Okay. All right, sir. So again, I understand that you would like us to send you on back, and so I will go ahead, note that as well, and then we will prepare the paperwork.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Next up should be Griffin. Now, you, Mr. Griffin?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Mr. Griffin, yours is the same as well, of course. You have that same option, and this is the one that I did not have it. Miss Marie, are you all showing his paperwork? Because I requested the warrant and didn't get it in time.
Yeah, I'm speaking with Judge Bando right now, and she's saying it's not a warrant, but I do have the criminal history, but I don't have the warrant because the warrant is not here in, because of him being a fugitive, it's not here in Clayton County.
Right, but they didn't upload it for me to be able to review it to see what the, to prepare, correct, that everything was correct.
Yes, sir. Hold on just a second.
Okay, and while we're holding on to him, I'll do Mr. Tucker.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, sir.
Hi, Mr. Tucker, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Mr. Tucker? I could barely, you were very soft.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Tucker, same that I gave everyone that same option, sir. So again, you have the option whether you would like to move forward and go ahead and be extradited back, or again, you have the option, sir, that if you would like to remain and to contest the right to whether they had, not what they had, but whether they used the appropriate procedure, you obviously have the right to do that as well. Looking at yours, sir, yours is out of Texas, Coral County, for a failure to appear there. So knowing that, sir, again, you have that option. Do you wish to remain, or would you like to be extradited back?
You'd send me back.
Okay. I am showing that you are requesting that you be extradited back to San Antonio. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No, sir.
All right, then I have signed all the paperwork, and we've noted that for you, and you are free to go. Give me 1 second, Mr. Ewing. Ms. Marie, was Judge Bando, she was the last one. Were you up before Mr. Ewing?
No, sir. My name is Griffin of the last one.
Excuse me, Mr. Griffin, I'm sorry. Is this your first time being up before a judge?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Judge, I just spoke with Judge Bando, and she probably said it would be best that it would be continued because he said that, she said that it does need a warrant has to be generated, and I spoke with intake and they couldn't find it, so.
Right, and that's why I was doing that, right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, sir. So unfortunately, as I had noted in my notes, they are having trouble locating the paperwork, and it would be not appropriate for me to do that, make any sort of decision on you without having that information. Trust me, it wouldn't be fair to you for me to do it. I would hate to send you back incorrectly or for you to make a decision about what you want to do without having all that information. So what I would ask here, sir, or what I'm going to require here is that we go ahead and we move you to Monday. I pray that by then they'll have that paperwork in place. If they don't, trust me when I tell you that the next judge who will be here on that day is going to have to make a decision about what they want to do with your case on that particular day, okay?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions, sir, before I let you go?
On Monday, if that judge, is it possible the judge they don't get the warrant? Is it possible I can get released?
I don't want to make you any promises, but it is possible.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. You have
give me 1 second, sir. Give me 1 second before I let you go. Give me 1 second.
All right.
You can go back to your house.
Miss Mary,
Yes.
can you look this case up in the system for me in CPU8 and tell me what it says?
What's his name again?
Griffin?
Griffin?
Yes, ma'am, Malcolm.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry. Again, I think that's the better course of action. Sorry, the volume's down. I think that's the better course of action here this morning, Mr. Griffin, to go ahead and just hold your case until Monday, to allow some additional time so we can have everything before we make a decision on how we're gonna move on your case, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Good luck to you.
So we're continuing him until Monday, Judge?
Yes, yeah, I prefer to do it that way,
Okay.
since we don't know what's going on.
Judge, can you take us offline? I wanted to ask you something.
Okay. Well, I guess the officer. Well, you go ahead, officer. I'm gonna kick you off.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so it should just be us three.
Is it YouTube still on? Or is it
Oh, no. Yeah. Hold on. I'll turn that off. Hold on. Well, I'm just double checking, going through everything.
Yeah, I was just asking, Judge, because in the system it say that he was released today. This particular case right here is released.